I learned about PrEP from a friend who was actually starting it. I went to get tested, and part of their screening process, as I recall, was asking me about my behaviors, my lifestyle, and I explained that I was in a monogamous relationship, and they said, oh, well, you can't get PrEP.
I went to a World AIDS Day event, and there was a man who was there that was talking about this little blue pill. So he explained that it was prevention medication for HIV, which was something I just did not hear of. When I went inside the clinic, I had immediately asked for an HIV test, and I told the front desk that I wanted to get on PrEP. And the person kind of looked at me a little weird, like kind of confused as to why I would want to know anything about PrEP.
The first time I had learned about PrEP was actually when I was 19 years old. I had just moved to Dallas from a small town in East Texas. A friend of mine had mentioned that they had to drive all the way to Austin, Texas to get on PrEP at that time. I didn't have transportation to get to places like Austin or really have the financial resources to take a bus or take a plane.
I'm actually living with HIV because I was not able to acquire PrEP. My story isn't special. I'm not special. This happens to people every day.
I have been prescribing PrEP in Seattle and Washington State since 2013, and we have been working to try to get PrEP into the hands of folks who don't otherwise have access to PrEP. So many people haven't been aware of PrEP, and they only find out that that had been an option for them after they come in and they have HIV testing and they find that they're already HIV positive.
So when I accessed PrEP the first time, I was uninsured. So I was paying everything out of pocket. I could not really afford even the $50 at the time. So that was one of the reasons why I didn't go back to them.
So I had to do my own research. I used a lot of Google, obviously, Facebook. That helped me a lot with finding more resources than just related to PrEP and HIV. I got on PrEP when I was 23 because I finally had the resources and I knew I needed to better serve my community and serve myself as well.
Being so vulnerable to HIV, I believe that people in my community should have the same, automatic access to PrEP.
I think a national program, particularly one that provides education both to patients and to providers, would have made our scale up of PrEP here in Washington State even easier and faster.
This program, it would just change everything. I think we could officially end the epidemic by 2030, like everyone is promising we're going to.
Such a program would mean that life circumstances and situations would be a lot better for people in my community.
This is something that you're doing for your life, to make your life better.